Spain being a staunch ally of ours, Britain, which is an absolute behemoth here. I mean, look at this. It is an absolute titan. It has all of pretty much all of North continental US. It also has Canada under its grip, apart from Agvatuk here, which some exceptional troops here. Unless they're weakened here, we are actually in the process of just checking what's in Edinburgh. Gentlemen, nothing here in Edinburgh at all. I believe we were just checking to gather that intelligence to make sure that if we did have to strike against Britain, it's the heart of Britain itself, that we weren't going to be walking into sort of a bear trap, as it. But that we could sweep aside that. I think what we will do is we'll earmark this army. Look at that. This army here will actually deal with this army, and then the remainder of this sort of army group here will move forward into. Look at that. We need to get these gentlemen up to full strength as well. Greetings and welcome to episode 61 of my Empire Total War Darth mod Russia campaign. And this, my friends, how we left it last time, where we have been putting a tremendous amount of time, money and materials, my friends, into building up an incredibly powerful strike force, or forces should I say, to finally take the fight to Persia. Now, although we're friendly with Persia, we have trade with Persia, and they have been quiet, and the front lines have been calm with them for a long time. We must never forget that they are a continual, not thorn in our side, but there's just that underlying current there that one day, if they become strong enough, they would have absolutely no problems whatsoever attacking us again. Remember the last time they attacked us, they were within striking distance of Moscow, and that's not an understatement either, my friends. That actually almost came true, with Moscow coming under severe pressure from the Persians here. They actually took, the majority of what we see here, particularly Tataria here, and they were even moving forces into Voronezh here, or Voronya here, and the next stop would have been Moscow. So we really had to push together as many forces as we could. We managed to repel them, push them back across the border. We took the Don. Chechnya here is their sort of last sort of stranglehold, as it were, or footprint and foothold within sort of striking distance of any Russian territories. And from that day forth, once we sent them packing, we then were determined, and the council pushed for it as well. The council pushed with, a huge amount of support from the council. We have now put in our place The forces, we have invested huge amounts of money. The economy really has been geared towards this total war front footing here for a war against Persia. Now, the idea behind it is to put at least 100,000 men into this battle here. We've almost achieved that here. We have at least, I would say, 80 to 90,000 men now sat on the borders of Persia, waiting to strike. We have to hit Persia and almost knock them out in one go. We simply cannot, my friends, have the situation where we drag this war on for a long time. Now, it will take us a while to actually dismantle the Persian Empire as it stands at the moment. We're not going to be doing this overnight. This is not going to be something that's going to be done in a month or 2 months. This will be a huge task. Let's not underestimate the scale of the task in front of us. It is vast. It really is. But the confidence here is beginning to sort of start to brim here, my friends. We are not become overconfident, because complacency over confidence will be our doom if we allow it to really take hold here. But let's just say we are in a better position now because we've taken our time to get our economy up, to get our military positions absolutely set up. Our front lines are now fully secured. Because remember, if we go to war with Persia, there's a very strong chance we will drag their allies, the Prussians, in. And as those of you who may not have been aware, those of you who may not have been watching this campaign for very long, look at the size of Prussia. It is huge. It absolutely stretches from the forests of Minsk all the way to France, and that, my friends, is an empire to behold. Although it is tightly packed between what we have here along this sort of southern flank here as well, and between the Baltic and the North Sea, it is absolutely brimming with armies. It really does have a huge amount of military presence here. As you can see, even in this sort of Strasbourg, Stuttgart sort of redoubt here, they've got enough armies here to put some real pressure on us. Look at that, look at the guns they've got available here. Only 12 pounders, but still, the sheer amount of troops available to them is equal, if not surpasses our own. Look at this, lifeguards, they have got the absolute everything you could possibly hope for here. They really could make it difficult for us if they decide to move against us here. Now, we are not without that sort of firepower ourselves, packed into this sort of front line here that sort of protrudes and dangles like Damocles' sword here over Prague, and indeed moving in here into Krakow. We have a huge amount of our sort of western power is in Hungary and Vienna. Now, these will be either the defensive formations that absorb the initial shock of the attack from the Prussians, or it will be the armies that actually launch the attacks against the Prussians if they decide to join the war against Persia. So we have this delicate balance, my friends, of having enough troops to not only attack Persia, but having enough troops to also defend our borders elsewhere. We could even have a 2, maybe even a 3 front war here, and that's going to push our economy and our military to the absolute brink. It really is. We mustn't be under any illusions of difficult challenges ahead of us here. We are allied with Spain, who have their own problems dealing with Prussia, and they, for some reason, many of the council have packed out why they have majority of their troops in Morocco, when Morocco, to say the least, is not really a great concern. Although they have turned it into a real powerhouse of a city here, they really have. Look at the armies they got here. I mean, look at that. What a wonder. If they were to bring these armies to the full bear here, they really would put them in a very good stead here. We've got Britain here. We're at peace with Britain. A number of council members have also requested we try and get peace with Britain, but I'm not sure if we can. No, we can't. We can't get an alliance with them because their allies are the Cherokee nations, Prussia, and the Mughal Empire. And their enemies are Spain, Hurons, and the Knights of St. John. Their enemies are Spain, so Britain and Prussia are really joined at the hip here. So that's going to prove a problem for us. We're at war with the Hurons, and that's why, and the Inuits as well. That's why our allies are Spain and Sweden, but Sweden is being pushed. Possibly, I hope they're not going to turn against us, because Sweden have been looking for us to give them. Mind you, we've got quite a strong relationship with them. They've been wanting Karelia. Now, as you can see, we have put a huge amount of forces into Ingria here, or St. Petersburg as it is known. We've had to shadow this Swedish fleet here. Why they have put a fleet here with this army in it, I am not sure, but we're not taking any chances at all. We've actually put a very powerful force here with a great gun here, but that might be transferred elsewhere. And also, my friends, we've had promotions as well. Promotions have taken place here. We have General CJ, who requested to be moved to the Persian front. And as you can see here, CJ, my friend, that there is your army full of cuirassiers. We've got 4 cannon and howitzers. Plenty of cuirassiers, lots of line infantry. It really is going to be one of the powerhouses here to break open this Persian front. We also have Bish as well, who wanted to be a gentleman. He is one of our finest scholars. And so we have this gentleman here. Is Bish, my friends, is yours. So you're a scholar, 45, good research points here. But you are going to be used to, how should we say, research, in inverted commas, our possible future enemies. We're going to keep a close eye. We're going to use gentlemen to sort of spy, as it were, and potentially to sort of, draw out forces for us. So Bish, you've got a very important mission on your hands. As you can see, Spain has invested a huge amount in here, and they do actually border us here, Tripoli and Egypt here. So we do have direct contact with Spain here in North Africa. We have almost direct contact with them, so we've got the sort of the Adriatic Sea here, which sort of divides what they have and what we have here in Bosnia and in Naples. But they have come under a huge amount of pressure from Prussia, but they are holding Milan and Turin here. Britain, of course, is really got a huge amount of forces here. We are keeping an eye on Britain. We might at some point have to tackle Britain, but at the moment we're peaceful with them. Moving into the New World, we have secured and we have a firm grip now on our Caribbean holdings. That includes some very powerful fleets here, as you can see, guarding our assets here. We've also got some very powerful armies in here as well. Now there was also a recommendation from some of the council that we actually evacuate our armies from here and leave sort of militia armies to actually guard and maintain these territories. I think that's a very, very good proposition here, because these armies really could do with being moved to the Western Front, back into Europe as it were, because they've done their task here. If we are attacked, we can of course move forces into here. I'm not sure how Britain will respond. We do have Britain absolutely oh my goodness me, they've taken Guatemala. I think we're going to be seeing the collapse here of... Let's have a look at Britain. Are they... Do they have... No. They don't have any, luckily, in the Mughal Empire. Are we at war with the Mughal Empire? That is something I haven't quite checked on yet. No, we're at peace with them. So Britain is not going to really get itself involved in here at all, which is good. They should keep themselves at arm's length, which is exactly what we want. So, if the Spanish Empire is swallowed up here by the British here, it'll just be primarily ourselves controlling the Caribbean, and the British pretty much controlling all of Canada and sort of North Continental America. They'll control all of South America, and my goodness me, that will make them powerful, because the natural resources here is quite extraordinary. Look at that. They've even got Puerto Barrios Naval Hospital here. The facilities they've got here for the British is quite exceptional. The only way you defeat the British is actually to attack Britain itself. So what we will do, we'll begin to put into place here the armies we're going to need here to hold this without having to hold down these major forces we've got here. I mean, look at this army. It is battle hardened to the extreme. It really is. General Urnuk here has got an absolutely fantastic commander, 78 years old. Wow. And we've also got here General GJP as well. Absolutely incredible armies here, so we're going to have to start moving these out. We've also got some fleets here which probably don't be needed. We could probably move this fleet back into the European theatre as well, so we're going to sort of drain assets away from the New World. I know some might be sort of gnashing at the bit here, thinking don't pull these armies out, but we can probably hold. We could always move armies in here to defend the Caribbean assets here, but I don't think anybody's going to really step on our toes here at the moment, because Britain is fighting Spain. We can't get directly involved in this fight. We've just got to allow it to sort of unfold as it is. It looks like they're going to lose their last assets in South America. They've got Santo Domingo here, but I don't know how long that's going to last. We also do have up here, we have Newfoundland under our control. But actually what we could do is actually try and take out Agvatuk here with those armies. But that would be an absolute brutal fight, it really would. My word, that would be a tough fight there, because the Inuits, the native Indians, are an incredibly powerful fighting force. But our main focus must be the Persians. We are still recruiting, we're still trying to put as many forces as we can in here, and including this army here needs to be at full capacity before we can do anything. We want to deal with, so we'll have this army here dealing with this army, and then we'll use the rest of the armies here to actually strike into Chechnya and try and remove these. But look at the backup they've got here, but we can move in at the same time here and sandwich these. We might have to divert maybe an army group to take out these forces here. But we have to do a clean, swift operation here. We've also moved in these forces here, which will aim for Azerbaijan. And then we've got these powerful forces here heading for Esfahan. We've got Baghdad fully secured. We've also put another army into position, or a sort of a reserve force by Baghdad to make sure it doesn't fall. It is our only redoubt, as it were, our only major production centre within 1,000 kilometres of the Persian border. If we lose Baghdad, we really will be suffering a huge loss. We've also sealed off the availability of moving forces into the Black Sea from the Mediterranean. We've also sealed off the Gibraltar Straits. We probably need to ideally put more forces into here. We're also building up a very powerful fleet, which we've got here in Pylos. As you can see, that will be moving into the Black Sea to make sure that these forces here are kept in check. As you can see, Persians do have some very strong forces here, particularly here. So these two fleets will have to move in and make sure they can't move out. And in fact, I think we'll do that now. We're going to make sure that the Black Sea is completely sealed off. Two very powerful strike forces here. We've got these here. Can it actually go? No, it can't. Can we seal off any ports here? Even then that would be risky to say the least. We'll just move back here. Let's try and keep ourselves composed here. What else we can do here? We've built up Damascus and we've built up Jerusalem into real production centres here, powerhouses here. We've also getting settlement fortifications here to make sure that everything is under control here as well in Ankara. So we've got all the front lines are completely reinforced. We also get settlement fortifications here in Armenia. We've done everything we can here. We've got everything fully researched. Let's end the turn, my friends. Let's see what happens here. Excuse me, my friends, while I just have a sip. I'd thank everybody for their wonderful support with this campaign and all campaigns thus far, my friends. It's been absolutely incredible. It really has. It really is a joy to read and to reply and to put all of your proposals and plans into action. Absolutely brilliant, brilliant. The council is an absolute joy. It really is. But look at the sheer magnitude here of the Prussian forces. That is scary to say the least. My word, they've got some power behind them here, but we are not going to shirk away from this. We're not going to cower and sort of curl up into a ball and sort of, cower ourselves away in a corner. No, we stand proud and tall, sir. We're ready for that fight. Now, this is my concern here, my friends. They continually ask, and they want to give us Norway, but they want Karelia, and they also want one of our islands here as well. They want this here, sort of Punda as it were here, this here. And they also want Karelia here, basically to bring all of Sweden under his control, and they're going to give us Norway. Well, we're not going to have any connection here. We can't we can't bring anything at all under our control. If we got Norway here and they got Karelia, that's no good to us at all. We want Karelia. I know Norway's probably, yeah, it's an incredibly rich area. We'll give it some thought, but we're not going to give 2 regions away. I don't mind having given them Curacao. Mind you, look at that. If they got those 2 there, they're getting 23,000 worth of gold here income. We went for that is no way, is it, a fair exchange. Now this does concern me here. The build-up of troops there in that port is concerning. They're not bothering with these rebels at all, but they are beginning to feed forces into that there. Significant forces. We're just going to build ourselves up now in this campaign and this episode, and then at the end of this episode we're going to strike, my friends. We're going to make sure that every single box is ticked here. Everything is absolutely at full capacity. -2 morale? Drunken? Don't believe it, sorry. Don't believe it. You'll soon be evacuated, sir, from here. Now we have been trying to build up forces here in Kiev. We're going to just combine them into here. Try and secure this border here. Maybe hope for strike for Minsk. Oh, almost at full capacity. Almost at full capacity. Now, we need 2 more regiments. What have we got in here? Let's have a look at the composition. We've got Don Cossacks, cavalry. They look absolutely fantastic. They do. Look at that. Got cuirassiers. We've got guns here. I think we need some more line infantry as well, probably. Indeed, sir. And this army here, what does it need? Definitely need howitzers in here. So we'll get another howitzer. And what else is it lacking here? We've got 3 cuirassiers. We need infantry. Simple as that. That's our income, 31,000. That's dropped significantly because our trade has been hit. By whom? No, we're soaking up so much. Look at that, 27,000 there. 10,000 eyes from the long-term trading partner. Absolutely incredible. Spain has been a real valuable ally in terms of trade. We've got a lot here coming in. £50 of spice, 525 blows of sugar. Furs, look at the furs here in Europe. Absolutely incredible. 40 for ivory. If we had access to that ivory trade, it would be absolutely wonderful. Spices are not too far behind. Tobacco is booming. Cotton, 35. Sugar, 32. Furs only 21, so we're not really giving us much, but still. Now we've got this moving down into here to join these gentlemen. It's going to take a long way because of course they're carrying heavy guns along these roads. Although the roads have been upgraded to sort of really compensate for that, but as soon as you come off the roads here, then of course you're moving into this sort of this hinterland here, this steppe area, and then it's going to take longer because you're moving heavy guns through real rugged terrain. Well, we've got the roads upgraded all the way from Moscow to Persia. As you can see here, this is the road that leads into it. It leads through here, it leads all the way down here, all the way through here, and probably to the ports, and outwards here. And we can make that into this cavalry. Not really what we're looking for. Got the wilderness here, that's the desert. We really do have everything upgraded here. We have missed a few. There's one here as well we did miss. It's iron here. I don't think we can get anybody else. Any special units from here. Which is a shame, but still. What else do we have here? Ukraine, Romalia. Excellent. We are building up a force to defend Romalia here, as the council has suggested. We've got mortars. I think we'll have some cavalry, just to give us some extra punch here, some extra mobility outside of the walls. I think we'll give ourselves another mortar as well, just to make sure. 8-inch European mortar. And line infantry as well. We're going to make sure that Istanbul does not fall. If they decide to move against us here, they could simply move a ship, some army onto the ship, move of Istanbul. If it was to fall, we'd be in a huge amount of trouble. Although we do have these armies here gathering. So we've got an army group here, sat here, I think, which we'll use to strike against Prussia if it decides to move against us. We might even move against Paris here in France and actually land here in Marseille and actually move along here and move for Paris from this route here. Going all the way around here would put us in sort of risk of falling to this army here, army group falling to sort of any Prussian ships. But if we were to move through the Mediterranean, which we effectively control, and move through here and land in Marseille and then sort of strike upwards using the road network, going from Lyon here to Clermont and then upwards. I know the road stops here at Clermont, so that means we'd have to try and find another road network unless we went the coast road, unless we went from the coast road here from Toulouse into Bordeaux or Nantes, all the way here, Orleans, and then for Paris itself. That'd be a very powerful strike force here that could hopefully sneak through here. And to that end, I wonder if we could actually see what they've got here. We'd actually send the spy to France here. Let's see what we've got there. My goodness me, they've got some forces available to them. That is quite scary. So we've got to build, if we're going to move this army group into France, and actually to that end we actually need to get our agents in there as well. So we're going to put together a very powerful strike force here to deal with that. Moscow, of course, there it is. Okay, that's we shall move these gentlemen down in here as well. Actually, are they going to? They're here, I think. Yes, we need them in here to make this a complete army group. We're just tying off the last few bits and bobs here to make sure that we've got everything covered. As you can see, they can quite clearly strike out for Baghdad here. So we need, yeah, we've got that one. Let's make sure we've got cuirassiers. Let's make sure we've got a general here. Did we need an admiral? Indeed we did so. Do we have an admiral here? We do. Mark Bochkarov and Gregory Antisforov. I'll be saying those completely wrong. I do apologise to my Russian viewers here. Now then, Moscow's going to have to continue to produce those troops for us. We're not interested in mercenaries, we're interested in those men who wish to fight for their country, irrespective of military gain. What do we have? Some hussars. Huzzah. Oh, look at that. I think we'll also have some Don Cossacks here. Oh, wait a minute, is that Lancers? It is Lancer Guards, sir. Absolutely fantastic. They've been constructed, but where, good sir? It looks like here's almost done. But have we missed anything? We need to upgrade, make sure that everything is upgraded here. Every single thing is upgraded and working and operating at maximum efficiency for the greater glory of the Russian Empire. And we could probably move this force out as well. Do we really need it here? I don't believe we do. We'll probably make this into some kind of coherent army as well, I think. So we'll actually move these up to the border. Or we could even move it up through the Carpathian Mountains, where it could be added to this army here. Man, we've got these here now. I think we'll move it to this, into Hungary. We need to really reinforce Hungary as best we can. It's got cuirassiers. It needs cannon. So what it's missing is cannon. Let's have some 24-pounders heavy horse. 24-pounders, and we'll also have some 24-pounder howitzers. I think that will do us good here. We're just crossing the T's and dotting the I's here to make sure that everything is in position. One more turn here till that's fully operational. Right, let's end the turn here, my friends. Let's see what happens. Excuse me there, spilling my tea, my friends, but it steadies the nerves, lubricates the brain. Spain, what's Spain up to here? Is it finally going to make a push against the Prussians? I doubt it very much, but it really would be fantastic to see. Don't come here, sir. My word. You've only can admire the sheer magnitude here of the Prussian forces. I mean, look at the forces they got here in this sort of off the coast there. Those ships are enough to destroy all of our fleets in one go. Do not ask for those territories again, Sweden. You shall not receive them, sir. They've stripped out Chechnya here. They're reinforcing the borders here. They've left those rebels alone. That does puzzle me a lot. Now they're starting to combine these forces here. Ooh. Now he's an excellent missionary, pious as well. -5 to religion rest, +1 to zeal. I think we'll send this gentleman down into the Persian front here, just to add a little bit of, shall we say, some instability. Excellent. Join the road network, which is fantastic. We shall have one regiment left over here, which could probably be moved into here, to be honest with you. I'm not going to waste it. Thankfully, we've got everything upgraded here, which means the roads really do pay dividends. What do you have here? A gentleman here, a scholar. We'll move the gentleman out here. He can actually become a worthy actually, they can't move through these mountain passes at all unless they come around here. Actually, they could come around here. They can probably hit my cop here, but we want to draw them out. We want to draw these forces out here. If we can use this army group here to really crush them in. We should make sure we got everything fully upgraded. 31,000 here. But nothing is going to be left to chance. We should upgrade that there. It's going to be upgraded to 10. That's got 10,000. We're definitely going to upgrade this to commercial base in here. What is it with them? What is it with the drunken Ukraine? Here. I think we'll have some more cuirassiers. That heavy horse. Actually, what we can do is do that. Romalia is looking very much more powerful here. We've got another mortar coming in here. I think we'll have some Streltsy here, just to add some more firepower to the walls. I think we'll have some lancers as well. This is a wonderful sight, it really is. Now, we've got some more cuirassiers for this army. Let's have a nice, clean, defined army here. They've already got that there, so we don't need that. Let's give them some 24-pounders. Excuse the noise in the background, my friends. You can probably guess whom that might be. And we're definitely going to need additional colonial line infantry. Building's done. And we already know we are moving towards that time. We do need to get these gentlemen though. Oh, look at that. Now that is a real fire. That's a real force there. Could we slip through here? We could slip through here. There's a real battle going on here. That's going down. They've obviously put two imams in here to try and counteract. So let's move them down into here as well to sort of add that. They got three imams in here, that's why. Still a powerful force in there, but they've got these forces. We have to strike at them at really the right time here. We've got this one way through these mountains here. Let's make sure our Persian front here is well guarded. We need two more in here, so let's do that for this army. We need two more regiments for there. This army is going to be needing complete refitting here. We've got the cuirassiers, we need cannon. It's got to come from Vienna. And we'd also put they're almost ready for that army there, which is excellent to see. This army is ready to defend here. We're going to... We don't need to upgrade these just yet. We need to upgrade those that are going to give us definitive income, which is going to be Alexandria. Let's try and get some more ships here underway. Could even improve this army here as well to make sure this one anchor is absolutely again fully replenished and fully ready to go here. Even the Crimea could probably do with some upgrading as well here, just in case they move troops away and attack the Crimea. Because of course we've got Odessa here in the Crimea, which is bringing in a good amount of money for us. Let's end the turn, my friends. We're drawing near to that time where we're going to start looking to move against the Persians. You'll have to excuse that noise, my friends, in the background. Here, there it is. Look at that. There's a town or some kind of fishery that hasn't been upgraded there, as you can see the distance off Egypt, I believe. By damn, they've got a lot of forces. But they're starting to, we've got a few flags here that are tattered. Are we seeing potentially the Prussians stagnating in terms of their economy? Because if they were to go to war with us, they would lose a huge chunk of their trade economy there. If we withdrew from that trade agreement there, they would lose a massive amount. Because it's reciprocal. Because if they draw away from us, we can still survive. We'll manage without that. But you know, we are their closest neighbour, and we provide a huge amount of their trade. I can absolutely guarantee you that. Those Inuits are reinforcing quite strenuously here. We mustn't forget actually the New World. We've got to put together that army the council wanted to see, which we are going to do. Get some buccaneers here as well. Oh, look at that, we can upgrade here as well. Fantastic. Ah, that's more like it. Now we can and here as well. Fantastic. We can put some pretty good armies together here. Actually, that's not going to do us any harm at all. So, well, that's dropped to 28,000. That's how much strain we're putting on our economy here in terms of recruitment. A sense of shame. Excellent. Win morale in battle here. I think we're going to have to definitely slow down our excellent to see. Almost at full strength here. We probably need 2 more regiments in here. We'll send the cuirassiers in there as well. Austria has seen... Oh goodness me, that's a wonderful sight, it really is. Now, those are earmarked for these here. We really have built up a very powerful force here. Romalia, Moscow has seen, yep, there it is. We're going to move these gentlemen down as well. Probably another cavalry unit wouldn't go amiss here. Let's just move them down into... Actually, we'll move these... Yeah, let's move these gentlemen to here. One of these into this army here. And we'll have one more going into here. I think we'll move these gentlemen as well down into here. But I think we're slowly moving towards that point where we're just going to have to make that move against the... Now is everything here okay? It's not. Why have we just got this small amount here? They're going to need a complete refit. We need one more army. That's where we're going to end. Once this army is ready, that's where we're going to end it. Then we're going to strike. Right. We should also have ships available as well. Yes, indeed, sir. Mediterranean, there it is. Wonderful to see. Armies in there now. 4 ships. Let's make it 5 in here. We'll have 1 more in here. That'll make a very powerful strike group for here as well. We've also got, of course, this force here, which is pretty much cutting off the Knights here of St. How they are surviving, I will never know. How can they keep all of these forces available with just 9,397 coming in here? That's extraordinary. I think we've got everything we can do here. We've got... Now where was that other building we had? We saw off in the distance somewhere. There it is. Look at that. We can get the craft workshop there. Thank you very much, sir. Nothing else we're missing here as well. No, that's almost for 3 more turns for that. There in Egypt. That's ready. Syria is ready. Baghdad is ready. Oh yes, Armenia is ready. Excellent to see. Of course, there's a good chance they'll just move around here and attack us through here. That's what we've got to make sure that Ramallah is also completely secure. We are. Let's make sure that we don't get caught out here at all. Or as best we can, at least, anyway. We're going to move into here. Okay. We've got this army group here, but where do we put this army group? That's the problem. Well, what we are going to do is we're going to keep this army group available here. If Prussia join the war against us, we will use this army group against them. If not, this army group is going to be sent here. It's going to be moved against these forces in Georgia here. So we're going to land a force, and we're going to attack straight off the bat here. We'll probably land here and cut off the movement, any movement troops along here. That will cut them off here completely. So these lines here, if possible. Got food shortage, massive food shortages here as well. That's a big problem, but the people are okay with it at the moment. People are okay with it. That's fine. Almost ready here. Let's make sure that we are fully secured here. I think, my friends, that will probably do that, to be honest with you. I think we're ready to go. One more turn here, and then I think what we will do to come to the end of this sort of episode here, we will then make that move, that strike against and move against them. My word, Spain is just... oh, they're going to pour now all these missionaries in here to try and unnerve us here. Berlin. And here we've also got a Persian fleet here. That's going to be a problem as well. Look at the size of that fleet there. That's going to pose a problem for us as well. We've got to keep an eye on all these things here that are going on. Got our eyes in the back of our head almost. No, you're not going to be getting it. They really are beginning to push quite hard for those regions here. They still haven't dealt with these rebels at all. That is disconcerting to say the least. And they've also increased the forces. Oh, that could be the sign we're looking for. That could mean we can unleash the entire... oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Well, I'll be damned. Well, I will be damned. Before we can do anything else, they've declared war upon us here. That's where the army group is going, my friends. If Venice wants a fight, then we'll oblige, sir. That's dropped significantly there. My word, that has dropped significantly. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. We're going to take Venice. Fully prepared, ready to go here. Mesopotamia. Again, we are not going to lax off any of our forces here. Let's put these gentlemen here behind the Tigris. Excellent. There it is. Right, let's get these buildings up and running here. Let's go and get every single coin we can out of these. 17,988. We're going to start building up a reserve here. We're going to start building up a reserve. But by damn, Venice has gone for us here. Venice has moved against us, and if they want to fight, then we'll oblige, sir. What do they have? That naval force. Right. If they want that fight, then we are going to move against them. I think we can probably land in Rajeka here. Or even Zadar. I think we're going to move against that there. Let's bring that up here. I think that army group has got enough in it here to really do some damage. We're going to pull this army in as well, I think, and this army in as well. So we're going to pool our resources together here now. Right, let's get these forces underway. Let's use the smiley here. With Poltava. And last but not by any means least, let's get Bish into this one here. This army here with its great gun as well, the great gun there, into this fleet in here. Now, we're going to land here. And so we can join up with the forces there. But I'll be damned. If they want to fight, then we'll oblige, sir. We are going to absolutely trap them in here. Oh, look at that. We're draining a huge amount of their resources off here. And now we're going to push really hard against the Venetians here. They're stuck there. They can't go any further. We don't want to become too cut off from our main lines here. We'll even pull in this army here as well into the fight. Let's really drain the resources here. We're going to go for Venice here. What an absolute... That just came from absolutely nowhere. For some reason, something's tilted them in the balance here. And Spain didn't join them. They're at war with Spain and Sweden as well now. Allies of Genoa and Italian Cyprus. They didn't join them. They knew better than to join them. Feel the full might of the Russian Empire down upon them. Now what's going to happen here? So we're going to trade here with Persia. 7,000, it's not massive. So in fact that's not going to do any harm here to us. But I think we're going to also move in against Persia here, my friends. It's going to be the last movement here. Let's just make sure we got everything settled here. Let's move in. Can all of these join us here? They can. This is the fight we've been waiting for. This is the fight that we've been waiting for. And we start this war right now, my friends. Right now. But there's a war on two fronts. Let's do this. What's going to happen? Is Prussia going to join us? No, it hasn't. The Mughal Empire's joined. Yes. Chechnya taken straight off the march, sir. Put a blocking force in here, a blocking force in here. Let's bridge that gap here so we've got everyone absolutely connected here. Can we assassinate here? Drats. Okay. War has been declared. Let's move against Esfahan as well. We need to clear these. Let's see if we can breach the walls here. Ah, he's gone. Look at that, they've put this force here to try and block us. Who's going to be the best force here to really smash them in here? I think we'll use General CJ here as the initial advance party. Let's make sure we can get in here. Let's cross the border. Oh, look at that. And that, my friends, where we're going to leave this episode here. We have finally struck against Persia here. But the Mughal Empire has joined this war. And that's something we didn't count on at all. It wasn't the Prussians, it was the Mughals that joined the war here against us. We've lost a massive trading partner here, but still, we've had to move against the Persians here. So we need to bring this whole empire against us, and if we take Persia, we will then be on the border of the Mughals, and then we can really have a titanic fight against them. We really can, my friends. But this is where we're going to end this episode. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I'd like to thank all of you for your wonderful proposals and advice. You have put us where we are now, my friends. It really has been that fantastic support. And your plans are beginning to unfold here, my friends, in a beautiful way here. It really is. Can we crush Persia quickly, or will this be a long, protracted war? Next time, my friends, we will find out how that ends. But we've already taken Chechnya without even a shot being fired. Is that a good omen? Or is it just means we've got a lot more fighting as we move deeper into the Persian territory? But my friends, I'm going to end this episode here. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please keep your comments coming down below. Keep your plans, your proposals, everything coming down below, my friends. It's been fantastic, it really has. But until next time, my friends, bye for now.